and everything else usually comes to me in a dream. So I think some of my best choreography actually has come to me in dreams. Or pictures. Like if I see a picture, it could be anywhere. If I'm driving, wherever I'm at, and I see something interesting, or an interesting shape, it could be, say, I don't know how wide this happens, but, you know, if I see an interesting shape or something, I'm like, wow, imagine if a body was in that shape.
I think it's easy if you believe in yourself. That's the hard part. Not necessarily making your dreams come true. It's once you have to convince yourself first that your dreams can come true. That's the hard part. Eric. There you go. This is my publicist, Eric Kent.
Hello there, how are you? The drive and determination that he has will definitely propel him into superstardom. There's no question about it. Whatever he's doing, whether it be his singing career, which he's checking out right now, or whether it's a film career or television or whatever he's going to be doing, he's going to be very well known to everyone because he's got a drive and a determination to let people know that that he's Jamie King.
Big guys. So yeah, those are definitely the guys you want to know.
Exactly.
But I speaking of, on this same vein, and that's kind of like what I want to bring to this showbiz world is the old romance of Hollywood. I think it still exists. I think that it can be brought back. I think there's a resurgence of glamour and the old Hollywood romance. I think it can be brought back to the screen, and that's where I come from.
It's not enough to have the dream. You have to have the passion, and you have to have the commitment to yourself behind it. I mean,
it's what motivates you. You have to come from a root of something, from the heart, from passion, it makes you motivate. It makes you.
You have to have that hunger. It's an inner hunger. It isn't something that food alone satiates you. It is a hunger for something. I know there are actors who are famous, but that's not why they went into the business. They're celebrities, but they don't want it. That's not what they want. They don't know how to do anything else.
There are those people you keep hearing about, but the reality is also that because the people come here with that much stronger drive, you get a level of ambition here which is beyond the healthy ambition that we perhaps grew up with. It becomes an almost shark-like killer ambition because the rewards are very high. What people are prepared to do to reach those, to get those rewards, is also very low.
Oh my God. I'll roll on Audrey and Judy Landers. Hey, Jim. You gotta roll on Audrey and Judy Landers if you want. We'll make sure photographs sell. Well, number one, the best-selling shots you can get are new couples. You know, people who are seen together for the first time. And certainly, I suppose, people who shouldn't be seen together. Hi there, who's this? Hi, Edna, it's Ron Davis. How are ya? I have a question. Pamela Anderson's barbed wire tattoo on her left arm, have you seen it enough? Okay, have you ever seen red marks above it? Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. There's a casting couch in this town. Because not only is that the fault of the casting directors and the powers that be, it's the fault of the actors and actresses, because where there's not one, some actor or actress will come along and develop, you know, one, so to speak. If they think it'll get them ahead of edge in front of the competition, I've heard and seen many people.
That is an option, but it is not the only one. There's so many other things. Working hard at your talent, auditioning, keep auditioning, getting around people who are for real. They're not just, hey, there's lots of options in this town.
Hell, an actress friend of mine found herself sleeping with almost every major leading man in this town, only to find out that she never got that leading female role. She learned the hard way.
Oh, what are you doing in the mirror then?
I'm just looking to see if I look like James Dean.
You do, honey. Yes, I think looks are important. I mean, look at the shows we have. Friends, Baywatch. I mean, for those, yeah, those looks are important. I mean, and interesting looks too, like Uma Thurman's. And I mean, interesting looks are important, yes, because people like to look at something interesting. Everybody wants something beautiful, right?
Not everybody is Baywatch. And I think a lot of very interesting people get passed over in this industry because they don't have that. To me, it's the Benetton person is more interesting to me than the Baywatch person. And I say Benetton because if you've ever watched a Benetton ad, you always see very interesting people, women with no makeup, lots of freckles and red hair and green eyes.
I hope, the way I go about my work is I hope that people are interested in watching me on film because they see something that comes from the inside that touches them. I don't think that anybody you could be prolonged, you can really work in this business if you don't come from that place. I think if you are coming from the exterior, nobody's going to be interested for very long. Like anything, and any person that you meet in your life, I don't know. If you're physically attracted to someone, it doesn't last for very long if there isn't something happening on the inside.
I've seen the most beautiful people, the most extraordinary looking young people come through this place, and they have talent, but they think that that's all they need. I have talent, I have the looks, come find me. Well, nobody's going to come and find you. Nobody's going to knock down your door and say, I can't live without you. You have to go out and do it.
Yeah, it took a long time. It took a few years, actually, where I kept saying, I'm going to do my own show, I'm going to do my own show, I'm going to do my own show, and everybody was sick of hearing it. And then once it actually started happening, it went so fast. The whole thing, it's only been, I think, 2 months since we started.
Embrace me.
Yeah, the slit that high.
Because I don't...
if it was Carnival or if it was Royal Caribbean, it'd be a different story.
Well,
but
let's
it's
see the
Holland
way it
America,
works.
so.
It looks on stage. If it's too much, I'll put the other
Yeah,
foot
but
on.
the people are 65 years old,
So
Rebecca.
what? It's just leg. I wear
It's
costumes.
not leg. Lift your leg up. If you lift the other leg up, I'm going to be able to see your crotch.
There's
See,
no
I can
crotch
see-
there.
But it's not what people can see, it's what people think they can see.
I think anybody has what it takes if they're determined. And I've seen Arthur when he's determined. If he's determined, he'll do it.
That's fine too, but I just don't think that people should be able to see your crotch either, And it's not, I could care less. Anybody younger is not going to...
much more risque.
But it's different when you're doing a review show.
Why?
Because you're not up there by yourself, and people are looking at a lot of things.
But
They're
they
not
don't
just
even
looking
notice.
at
I mean,
you.
we wear things slit. You don't even pay attention to
It's
it.
different.
But now that it's just
different,
me, it's
and
an issue.
Yeah, but it's the way you're presenting it. You're doing a chair dance.
Your priority has to be
Up in the air and stuff and crossing the
performing
chair.
first. And sometimes it's not. His priorities a lot are our relationship, which I appreciate.
That's a lot of leg for most of the people that are on the ship. You know the way they are with little things.
If he really wanted to be a performer, he wouldn't have come out on the ship. And I think I saw a lot of that on the ship, that he wanted to be a performer.
The last time I spoke to you, I said sometimes you have to give up too much for the dream, and I didn't know if I was ready to do that. What I did was, I put the dream on hold for a year so that I could go to be with her to see if that would make a difference in my life, to see if I really did want to spend the rest of my life with her and to be with her.
For me, I always knew what I wanted to do. I was born with it. For me, it was something I just couldn't deny. And for him, it was a choice. I'm going to be an actor.
Right now you're trying to get them to hire you, and you're doing things that are going to keep them from hiring you. Well, I think it's an issue, don't you? It actually, I think, helped the dream, because now when I have the opportunity to go and to speak to someone, to a casting director or to an agent, I'm not just talking about the last sitcom I had an audition for. I'm not talking about the last audition or the last acting class that I went to. I'm talking about how I stood on top of Bali High in the South Pacific and overlooked this incredible place that when we left on the ship, you cry because you can't believe that there's something so beautiful there. Is it that much of a big deal to put on another pair of tights so that...
And I felt sorry because